I haven't got a single score prediction or a single lineup right. What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Vince from VRFootball, and today we're going to look at the breakdown of Italy's game against Belgium in the quarterfinal of Euros. Now, as I said in my intro, I haven't got a single prediction or a single lineup right. So again, I'm going to try my best at doing this. What I do is just my own opinion. We'll see what happens. Remember to hit that like, hit that subscribe button. You know, we're trying to get to 50 followers before the end of Euro. We're almost there, we're almost at that 40 mark. So let your friends know what we do here at VRFootball. All these Azzurri predictions, all these analysis of what's going on, and we've got to keep the channel going here. So without further ado, let's get to the breakdown. So if you watched the Azzurri game against Austria, it was some nervous and some tense times. You know, the Azzurri were pressing that entire first half, and Austria just sat back with 11 men, 10 men, whatever, and defended the onslaught of the Italian attack. Second half, completely different story. Austria presses. The Azzurri looked totally out of their game. It looked like they were going to concede. I mean, they conceded, 2 offside goals, and it looked really bad for the Azzurri. Managed to sneak it out in extra time. But if you look at some of the other games that happened this week, the Azzurri almost won comfortably compared to some of the other games that went on. You know, Spain had a little bit of a scare there. France got knocked out on PKs. So maybe the Azzurri game wasn't as tense as some of the other games that we saw this weekend. In saying that, we saw some super subs come on and make a big difference for the Azzurri against Austria. It is a little bit of a wake-up call for them. They kind of dominated the group stage, winning the 3 games, and then Austria not being kind of the big test there. But they gave the Azzurri some trouble, and Italy managed to survive for another day. Now they got the real test here. They got Belgium coming in the quarterfinals. I know they're going to probably be out with De Bruyne and Hazard probably not playing the game this week against the Azzurri. If Belgium does progress, they might be ready for the semi-final. So, it's good for the Azzurri. It's not good for Belgium. Anytime you play, you kind of want to beat the best team out there. You don't want people to kind of, when you beat them, say, oh, well, they didn't have this star, they didn't have that star. But I guess in a way it makes things maybe a little bit easier for the Azzurri not having those 2 big names on Belgium. Belgium is a pretty deadly team. They got big Rom Lukaku, leading the attack, who's very familiar with a lot of the players in Serie A, playing with Inter Milan. It's some other people that like Mertens that are familiar with the players on Italy. So there's going to be some familiar names out there, and they're just a very good team in general. They beat Portugal. They've got great defense. They've got a great attack. They don't really. I don't want to say they don't really have any weaknesses, but overall Belgium's just a really good team, kind of through and through. And I know they got the big injuries, but I think they will cause Italy some problems. I think this will be the big test for Italy. I think if they can get through Belgium, the other side's Spain, Switzerland. It's not the golden generation of Spain that is playing out there. They're not the Xavis and the Iniestas. This is a different Spain, and we've already beat Switzerland. We could do it again. So I think, this is a huge test for Italy. This game here, I think if they can get through Belgium, I think they will go to the final. I think that they'll have an easier time with the teams coming out of the other bracket. And then the other side of the bracket is really a crapshoot, really. Is it England? Is it going to be Ukraine? Is it going to be the Czech Republic? Look for those teams to kind of duke it out, and who knows what this Euro final is going to look like. I'm hoping that we can do another video. Hopefully Italy wins this match against Belgium. So I'm going to give you my starting 11. And I think, like I said, I haven't hit any prediction on the lineup at all. So for me, there's going to be 2 changes in this lineup. It's going to be, again, Donnarumma in the back. You got Spinazzola on the left and Di Lorenzo on the right. There's rumors that Giorgio Chiellini is going to be coming back for this game. I really hope so. Not to say that, Francesco Acerbi did, anything special last game. He was just kind of there. He kind of did what he needed to do and filled in. If Chiellini is back, then I think he will start. If Chiellini is not back, then I think it's Acerbi. I don't think Bastoni will start. Trying to defend Big Rom, they're going to get those defenders that have played against him in Serie A. So look for Chiellini and Bonucci to start. But if there's no Chiellini, then it's Acerbi for me. A lot of controversy in the midfield. We saw last game, Locatelli comes on, makes an impact, makes a big difference. Should he start? Should he stay on the bench? I mean, it's a great problem to have when you have, Verratti and Locatelli kind of alternating. A lot of people are saying that Verratti kind of takes away that the vertical play that, Locatelli and Barella play with him being on the field. Kind of negates what Jorginho does. For me, I think you have to keep Jorginho. Guy's kind of playing out of his mind. Barella is a starter 100%. For me, I think he's still going to go with Verratti. I think Verratti will start again. I think we will see Locatelli come off the bench. So for me, it's 2 changes in this lineup, and I guess 2 changes in this lineup, one of them being Chiellini. Verratti stays in the starting 11, and then up top, I think the other change is going to come at right wing. I think we will see Federico Chiesa come on in place of Domenico Berardi. And I know there's a lot of Berardi truthers out there saying that he is the better player. Look, before this tournament started, I love Domenico Berardi. I thought he was the better player. But after the 3 games that he's played that we've seen him, he had a really good game. When he got that assist to Locatelli, he was kind of involved in everything that kind of went on there. But I think Chiesa has kind of worked his way into this team. He's shown that he is a hard worker, that he's kind of willing to fight for the badge, willing to fight for his country, and he came on and was like the super sub. He was like Superman coming on and scoring that goal. I think he's worked his way into this team. I mean, again, and it's a good problem to have. You got Berardi, you got Chiesa. When one gets tired, you sub the other one on, and you got to change your pace winger. So for me, I think it's Chiesa on the right. I think again we will see Immobile. He hasn't really done much since he scored those 2 goals. He hasn't really shown quality. He did hit the crossbar against Austria, and it was a nice shot, and it kind of disappeared for the rest of the game. And Belotti came on. It would have been nice to maybe see Chiesa, Belotti come on, and Locatelli come on a lot sooner than they did, in the Austria game. But it is what it is. I think it's Immobile starting a striker, and then on the left wing, I think it's going to be Lorenzo Insigne. He's started pretty much every game. There's not really an option there on the left to replace him. As for subs, it's really kind of a toss-up. I think, like I said, if Verratti starts, we'll probably see Locatelli. We'll probably see Pessina, who's kind of made a name for himself at this tournament. He's already scored 2 goals, being crucial clutch goals when Italy needs them. And then we'll probably see Brian Cristante come on if Italy's in the lead to kind of close out that game. In terms of score prediction, again, I've been wrong on every score prediction. If Italy is going to win, I think it's going to be 2-1. I think goals are going to come from Chiesa and probably Barella. But that's just my guess. Who knows? Again, I think I've not hit on any goal scorer this time. So that's the prediction for you. 2-1. Italy progressing to the semifinal to play the winner of Spain-Switzerland. Hope you liked the video. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button. I got my Daniele De Rossi jersey on today. Big fan of the jersey. It's the 2010 World Cup one. The qualifier one, I guess. I think they might have used it in the Euros. So remember to hit that like and subscribe button here at VRFootball for everything we do. And remember, Forza Azzurri.